Let's go, let's go, let's go. You are officially in the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, your place for any and all things Michigan football in a 63-10 beatdown. Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Hey, I don't know if y'all, I know we say cautiously optimistic, but because I feel like this is how we always get duped. But are you getting a little more confident? B, talk to me. You getting more confident, dog?
Yes, sir. Can't say too much bad about that game last night, man. 63-10, bruh. Again, like we've been saying, cautiously optimistic, but all phases was firing on all cylinders yesterday. And I ain't nothing but impressed with the performance we laid out there. That's what we're supposed to do against lesser competition. So go blue, baby. Go blue.
King, you drink. It sounds like Bowie got at least a 3/4 cup full glass of Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid.
I like that.
Sipping the Kool-Aid.
You sipping it?
I'm still on. I'm gonna still be a little. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm still gonna be reserved because the talent we've played has been. I mean, we did handle business, like Bowie said. We did handle business. We did what we were supposed to do.
Give them flowers.
But I'm just gonna reserve my joy and Kool-Aid sipping for a bigger game on a bigger stage. You know what I'm saying? A night game with a top 10 ranked team or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So because Harbaugh's record against top 5 top ranked teams is pretty shitty. I think it's 0. I don't know for sure. I seen a tweet somebody tweeted out yesterday that said, Mel Tucker is undefeated in being an underdog or something when he's an underdog. And like, and then he said Jim Harbaugh is something and something. It's like it was a horrible record when he was an underdog. It's like you want to be
12 as the underdog.
You want to be an underdog the rest of your life, and that's what you want to do. Like that's what you strive for. That little brother tweet, you know what I'm saying? That's all I put it. Little brother tweet.
That's how I took it too.
But I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid yet. I'm not gonna drink any of the Kool-Aid. I'm gonna reserve myself. I'm gonna drink water now.
Was it just me, or were y'all getting little brother texts and tweets all day from Spartan fans like, we won and y'all didn't cross my mind. Like y'all win and instantly need to throw it to us. Like that's why I say like being little brother is more than just even about beating us. It's a mindset. It's like you beat us and you still feel like little brother. You know what I mean? It's like even if you beat us, it's like your actions, things you do make you still little brother. Like, hey, let me prove to you that I'm better than you, instead of just be like walking around like knowing it. You know, I never get that, dog. So
real quick. The only reason that game was on my mind because I was there. You know, if y'all don't know, I am a UM student, so we were playing Michigan State, and you know, wifey graduated from Michigan State, so I had to go, throw shade on them. You know what I'm saying, from a different standpoint, but you know,
yeah.
Hey, look, I think Miami's overrated.
We all live in house divided.
Yeah, I think Miami's overrated, and Michigan State is just eating up off that. Like, y'all ain't beat nobody, really? Because even Miami fans be like, Manny needs to go. We ain't shit. Boo, boo, boo. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all ain't beat nobody.
They're the Miami in name, but not the Miami that we all used to know. You know?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, I give them credit. I mean, State look decent. They look all the way better than last year. So, but I just don't get why they feel the need to text a team that they're not even playing after the win. Like, look at this.
You see that?
Look what I did. Look at me.
Big brother, look what I did.
The mentality is like,
give me attention.
Yeah. Anyways, we ain't going to talk about them. We're here to talk about Michigan football. So the Russian attack again, cautiously optimistic, but nobody seems to stop this Russian attack. Like, and it seems like they're getting better each week. Like, there's not just like amazing runs by the running backs. Like, it's like lanes to run through, which is why I'm excited. Like, a lot of them runs, it was just wide open. Like, they didn't have to really make no cuts. Like, it was just, hey, the hole is huge. So what was their running numbers? I saw Corn went over 100 each game this year. I mean, rushing
373.
373.
It was 373 total yards this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we're running it up on the ground. So my question to Keen is, because I was thinking about this myself, I couldn't really solve the riddle, I guess, was I understand we need to work on the passing. Y'all know I'm all for that. And we did a little bit more yesterday. But do you think they maybe since our passing isn't the strong suit, that they almost trying to like, yo, just make us 100% running team. So when teams come and play us, they like, yo, stack the box, stack the box, stack the box, let them do anything besides run. And then at that point, it almost makes your pass game easier because they got all these guys up in the box, they're all committed to stopping the run. So then when we do passes, that ain't our strongest suit. It's almost like an easier pass game because we're not playing a traditional defense. We're playing a stacked box and a team selling out to stop the run. Maybe that's just my trying to think too deep and far ahead logic. But if you know your pass game ain't the best, maybe we're trying to set it up so it's easier on them. Thoughts?
That's playing the long con, and that's a dangerous game if it is, man. But we seen a little bit of it yesterday. I didn't get to see. I saw bits and pieces, but I seen that Cornelius Johnson, my breakout offensive player of the year, had a long catch and run. And even Booyah was saying that McNamara has a nice deep ball. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that would be a long con. If it is, I hope it works. You know what I'm saying? I want it to work because it seems like we can throw it better than they're thinking we can. In my eyes, from what I've seen, McNamara, he's pretty accurate. Even McCarthy is accurate. Like it's a reverse Mac, impact, swag teams, but if that's the game, I'm all for it because if they don't know we can pass, they won't plan for it. So like they have no film on it, how are they going to be able to plan for it? You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, I want it to work. I'm with you on that shit. You know what I mean? But
I mean, I'm trying to just make sense of it, even if it's working, it's like we still need to practice the other stuff. You know what I mean? I understand.
Especially in game situations.
Yeah, especially in game situations. So, all right.
That would be my drawback. My only pushback on that concept that you talking about is they got to practice it in game. I mean, the biggest thing, I don't know if y'all watch the Shannon Sharp's podcast, but the biggest thing Iverson said about playing is confidence, bro. You gotta know your hands is solid. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest. You gotta go into the game like, man, I ain't dropping nothing because I know my hands are solid. But like yesterday when we went deep the first time to you said his name, train number 85.
Yeah, Baldwin.
I mean, it hit him right in the hands. But I mean, he ain't used to catching the ball in game, you know what I'm saying, or having somebody draped up on him. It ain't like practice. So my only pushback would be we need to practice it in the game in order to get their hands. And then we're talking about them doing it in big games. Like, I mean, I haven't seen one of the receiver that I've seen perform in big games up to this point is on the sideline for the rest of the season. So I would just mix in a little bit more passing just to get our receivers confidence.
Yeah. Hey, just to add to that real quick, big games, we play at Michigan State, at Penn State. I believe do we play at Ohio State? No, that one's at home.
Yeah, because I think we were supposed to go there last year before we tucked our tail.
And that's another thing, King. We ain't played no road games yet. This has all been at friendly confines. So it's easier to play at home than it is on the road in a hostile environment.
What's our first road game, King? At
Wisconsin.
Next weekend. Following weekend, October 2nd. And then we go to Nebraska weekend after that.
I
mean,
the coach is fighting for his life. So I mean that.
I'm talking about Martinez. You said we was gonna have to worry about him. Game situation. Like a long.
I seen him dip up one time. I was like, oh, look at this kid. But then I was like, nah, John.
He's been doing that. He's been doing that his whole career.
Yeah, right. That's some game time situations. Exactly what we talk about, right?
I thought he matured, but he ain't matured.
He ebbs and flows too much. All right, so the QB, King, what was the numbers on the QBs? You got them there for me?
8 of 11, 191 yards, McNamara, and McCarthy was 4-6 for 42 yards. And McNamara had a touchdown too.
B, what you see from the QBs, man? We didn't throw it much, but he was efficient.
Right. And I like it, like I was telling y'all yesterday in the chat, I like his deep ball, man. It's really accurate to me. I mean, all the passes he threw, it looked like they were catchable balls right in the receiver's hand. That's why I kind of ain't understanding why they don't let him throw more. But the coaching staff is with him more than I am, so they obviously see something, or they could be playing to your game plan that you mentioned, Train. But I like his deep ball. McCarthy comes in, and it isn't a big, huge drop off. I mean, to me, they're kind of neck and neck who could be the starter. McNamara gets a nod, of course, because of his experience. But even the old boy that came in,
Lalari,
I don't want to butcher his name. Yeah, I mean, he looks like, you know what I'm saying, he's got a solid little skill set. I mean, yeah, he gonna grow. I'm being optimistic about everybody. They showed me a lot yesterday, but QB looks solid,
like
man.
81 players played or something like that yesterday.
Hey, man, that's what happens when you drug people. You get the backup some tit.
Everybody get in.
Right.
So as far as like the King yesterday, just as far as the run pass ratio, I mean, you're up on a team big early. I think we scored on the first 7 drives or something like that, touchdown. So it's like, do you think we need to be throwing more right then? I mean, I know we all talked about it, but like,
game situations as well as game time situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we want them to throw the ball, but in that situation when we're knocking them down like that, it would be, you know what I'm saying, redundant to do that, to start throwing it if we're all the way up. Because I was looking at the score on my phone, like I was at the game at Hard Rock, but I was on my phone looking at the game, and at one time it was like 7-0. I'm like, all right, then. And then I look back and it was like 21 something. And I look back and it was like, and it kept going up. I was like, I can't even watch this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just keep scoring. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like passing the ball would have been smart in that game or trying to work on it. But we had opportunities throughout the season in the first couple games to work on passing, especially the last game where he only had 44 yards. But hey, we got a test coming up. So if Rutgers, I say we start passing, or we start off with some passing, not just passing, but start off with some passes, working the run, because I like the mix up of Haskins and Corum. You know what I'm saying? I like that, how the thunder and lightning deal. But
we also got a spare tire back there with number 7.
He a full size spare. But hey, man, anytime we can work on the pass game, it's gonna be good for us, because we're not gonna be able to. If we do, I can't say we're not gonna be able to, but we might be able to run like that versus more talent, you know. But it's just not proven yet in our tenure as Michigan fans. So, especially in these last 10 years. So,
yeah, I think the thing nobody's talking about, honestly, that is like the biggest improvement from last year and like however many years before, man, is our O-line, dude. Like, it seemed like all these dudes, like, we weren't super experienced coming back. A couple guys played, but not like a lot. And they are like, I mean, we haven't really seen a true pass protection. And I know we're not playing like the most stout of defenses, but if you're playing a weak defense, what are you supposed to do besides run for 350 yards? Like,
right, handling your business.
Yeah, they just dominating them. So it's like, can't really give them full credit, but you gotta, like, you can't take away nothing either. It's like, hey, you played a 10-year-old, yeah, and I beat him by 100. Like, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like, so,
handle my biz.
Yeah, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's a lot left still. But B, since we talking about that, because I wanted to talk about it, man, because I was excited because I wanted to see number 7 Edwards in open space. He almost broke a couple before he broke that long one. Now I'm like, dang, I want to see him actually like get in the open field and kind of see that elusiveness. So did you see that long run he had when he was
He's
like,
a runner, he's a track star. He gonna run away when it gets hard.
bro,
Hey,
he got
he
me
got
excited.
some wheels, bro.
Wheels.
It's a toss-up. I mean, because Corum looked fast as hell too. But I mean, it's a toss-up, dog. They both fast. So I mean, either way you want to go. But I like our backfield. Mike Hart definitely came in and got us running different. I mean, even Haskins, like, I mean, even though they say he's a big back, he elusive too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he'll get up out of there. So I mean, our O line mixed with our running attack, it definitely is gonna make teams respect the run, and that's just play action all day. So again, to your point that you opened up with, I really hope that's the game plan. I hope it works, because our pass game gonna be open all day long, just because, I mean, you gotta respect the run. Have to.
Yeah. I'm
at any given moment, them three can break.
Yeah.
I mean, what they say, we got runs of 70, 2 runs of 70 yards or more. I mean, man, it's impressive.
Can I make a point right quick? Can I make a point about that? The big play ability. Did y'all see that stat that they had up?
Yeah,
about the big plays. We had minimal plays throughout the year, and then yesterday we had 3 big plays, and we had big plays first game and second game. So our big plays have stepped up too, which is, what I'm saying, back to Michigan football, because that's what we used to do. We used to get big plays. We used to hit them, big play, touchdown. You know what I'm saying? We're used to.
You need big plays, because I mean, what
it opens up the defense
in the years before is we were driving, but it was no big play ability, and you can't maintain 20 play drives every series. You know what I mean? Like, a mistake is going to happen. A mistake's going to happen because nobody's perfect.
Especially I think those plays would have been bigger if Bell didn't go down too, because he was a big play, 2 big plays a game per type of dude.
Game breaker. He's a game breaker.
Yeah, when we play them good, when we run up against a really good defense, like you said, them sustained drives is hard to do. You got to try to get some chunk plays. Like,
exactly.
Let's break this up. So we'll see, man. Defense. My boy finally got his hands on one and got a pick. Let's go, Green. You ain't dropped this one. Yeah. You weren't almost there. It was. I mean, it kind of got tipped and canned to him, but he still was a little on the catch. It still wasn't the crispiest of catches. It was like a little, I almost dropped it, but
I wanted him to get in the end zone so bad, just because all the stuff that happens to him.
Yeah, I'm like, get in the end zone, Green. But was that our first pick of the season?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
very first one.
Our first
only one.
Yeah, our first pick of the season. Green, congrats. Happy you finally got your pick. But yeah, man, I mean, the DBs, it was Rocky Lombardi who we owed an ass whipping to after last year. He probably came in. Yeah, he probably came in like, oh, it's cool, guys. We're just gonna go deep on him. And then he was. Did y'all see at the end of the half when they needed a Hail Mary from the 50 and he tried to just dip? I was like,
game situation, bro. Game situation.
You really messed up your draft status by showing I can't throw that. I'm gonna just run.
Either that
You're supposed to launch it.
My IQ is so low. I think I have to have the skill to dip. But secondary's been holding up, man. Like, for the most part, Gray, I know he makes Bowie a little nervous, but
me too.
King, yeah, it's just like, like when the quarterback has time and he's on a fast receiver, it's gonna be like in trail mode. But let's give him their credit. Let's give him their credit, man. Secondary looked better for sure.
It's the type of game that you didn't hear from him, so it was good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I didn't see like anybody, I don't know, B, if you did, but like anybody on defense, and they didn't really do much, but it was just like anybody just like jump off the screen yesterday is just like having a crazy day on D. I feel like Ross played pretty good, the linebacker.
I mean, I just seen one particular play. I mean, he's been pretty solid for the most part up to this point. But Hill Green, his tackle for loss.
Yeah.
I like him, dog. I really like number 41.
Like shot in the backfield.
Yep.
That was nice.
He gets after it. But yeah, I mean, it was a quiet day because their offense played so bad, you know what I mean? But we didn't allow them to do anything. So again, we didn't hear a lot from a lot of people like Hutchinson. We didn't hear his name a lot, but he had to play. Hill Green didn't hear a lot, but he had to play. So, I mean, it's like one of them things we didn't hear a lot, but that's a good thing.
Because everybody was playing. Everybody was getting playing. They wasn't playing.
Yeah. And I also saw, I think he's a freshman, number 25, Junior Colson. He had one play. It was kind of low. It was kind of low key if you didn't, you weren't really paying attention, but man, he came through. It was just like a regular run play up the gut. He smacked my man. I was like, I had to rewind it like, yo, who was that? And it was Colson. So I think he's rotating in with Hill Green and whoever other linebackers. Like we starting a lot of people. And I wanted to look because I saw number 32 was out there again. It seemed like he started.
I thought you was about to go there. Did you see your boy Caden Colasar get a little tackle? A little rundown tackle?
Hellraiser?
Hellraiser was out there putting in work.
Shout out to Seb Max. He said that Colasar, and I do remember the name, but I don't remember a whole lot from the 80s. Obviously, but he was
we lads.
Yeah, I remember I sent y'all he's a legacy player, man. His family played for the Wolverines, and it sounded like his daddy was a whole lot better than him, and he played with Harbaugh, so that's why.
Explains the punt return situation then. There it goes.
Punt rusher return. Right.
You heard it here first, folks. The Michigan Man Cave podcast. We bring stuff to light.
Breaking news.
Yeah. So shout out to Seb Max for, he knows all the history. But speaking of that, let's talk about it, man. I don't know if Harbaugh's listening or everybody's saying the same thing, but we said get Colasar off a punt return. Now we get Henning back there, and he looked really good on punt returns. He's going to break some this year for sure. For sure. King.
I think I inferred his name last podcast. I said Henning.
You did ask for Henning. I like that.
I said anybody other than 35. I guess I get a little dub right there.
Y'all wanted him off for damn.
Whose man's is? Get him the guy.
It just don't make sense, dog. The talent that we have over there. I don't care how sure-handed you are. Just the mere fact that you're giving up an opportunity, basically, for somebody that, I was always taught no matter what, you fair catch it and you catch the ball. He wasn't even catching the ball every time. So, like, what does his sure hands have to do with anything?
Hey, but what you think about Henning, though? He was, like, hitting seams.
Yeah, he's an explosive player. I thought he was going to break the one in the second quarter. I thought he was going to break that one.
And them little jet sweeps is setting him up, too, for a nice, you know what I'm saying? Because
he's just giving the playmaker an opportunity. The more opportunities he has, the more likely he is to break one. That's my mindset.
Probability.
And I'm like,
did you ever think Colasar was going to break a punt return the whole time he was back there?
Like you said, he didn't even feel the motherfucker.
Right.
Exactly.
He's scared to catch it.
So if we can see that, the other team sees that, and they're looking for an opportunity to make him make a mistake.
Hey, you said he a legacy player, and he wasn't living up to the legacy. Like he was trying to, he's like, oh God, legacy, oh God.
But when your coach tweets or when your coach says, I can't wait to get him back at rusher. Yeah, dog. You ain't got too much hope.
Oh yeah.
Hey, for all our fans out there, or somebody that don't know football, what's a rusher? B, what's a rusher?
Yeah,
He rushes in. He rushes in to try to block the punt. So he comes off the edge. Again, that's usually a fast person. But then if he doesn't get the punt, he retreats downfield and he blocks.
So when they call the punt team and the kick, he goes with them.
He goes with them. He takes off to the other field. And I played football for I'll say about 15 years in total. I have never seen somebody transition from that position as rusher to a punt returner or vice versa. You can get taken from punt returner, now you're the rusher, but you never go from rusher back to punt returner.
And
Never
then
seen it
back.
happen. Never seen it happen. Ever.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was just like, you want him to go, what? That's your first.
Can't even fathom it.
That's your first smoke signal. Like, oh, nah.
Whose man's is this?
Something ain't right there,
Whose man's
man.
is this?
So, anyways, a whole lot of players played. Keen, what would you say the number was?
Oh, when I last heard, they said 81 or I believe 85 or something like that. They said 80 something.
Dang, that's like, I mean, you only got 195 people that are 100, maybe 100 that dress at home games.
Everybody got something that you up by 60 points. It's like,
right.
Why not?
Go ahead and play at the big house.
Sure.
That's huge too, man. Like, just imagine you a young dog just come in, or you've been there, you a senior, and you finally get to touch the big house field. You know what I'm saying? You get some tit in front of all them people. Man, that's huge, bro. Congratulations to y'all that don't get a lot of playing time, and y'all finally got to touch that turf yesterday.
And I was saying, just the experience, depth. Like, somebody gonna go down, dog, at some point in time.
Right.
Knock on wood. But like, at that point, whoever comes in, it should be like, all right, this ain't my first time touching the field. I got a little bit of experience, or at least I ain't all the way shook out here, because I done been through this before, even if it wasn't in the same setting. So I really like that all these players are getting a lot of experience. So we'll see, man, how this thing pan out. I hope everybody stay healthy. Obviously, that's half the battle. You know, that you lose the injury, you get hit with the injury bug. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in a world of trouble. So so let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think about McCarthy, McNamara? Like, I know that McCarthy obviously wants to be out there, but let's say we actually have a really good season to the point where it's like McNamara played well. McCarthy still was always in this little same role he's in now. I'm trying to project forward. Like, if he's looking at, obviously McNamara's coming back. Is the thing we got a potential where he could chuck a deuce? That's kind of what's going on in my mind, is like, hey, we don't start giving him some, and McNamara actually plays decent, even though I think McCarthy's ceiling's higher. Could he consider dipping on us when he's supposed to be our most prized recruit? Well, you think Harbaugh will just tell him, like, it's yours next year. I don't give a damn what McNamara do. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. Keen, because that's in the back. That sits in the back of my head every time McNamara is out there just throwing 10 passes. I'm like, I don't know.
I feel like spring ball, or like, you know what I'm saying, the off season is like up for grabs. I would feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel like nobody like just gets it. And I feel like that's what coaches would feel like too. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn your spot, and even if McNamara does well, and I agree with you, or McCarthy's ceiling is probably way higher. But I feel like if he's better, he'll earn it. You know what I'm saying, in spring ball, and he'll have a chance to. So he won't, you know what I'm saying, really have a chance to transfer, because he knows he can earn the spot. That's how I feel. That's how I feel like coaches should do it. I feel like nobody should just be like, oh, you got the spot because you played well last year. Like, last year ain't shit. We only had 3 games last year, and you know what I mean? So you can't really go off of last year. I hope that's how it's being, you know what I'm saying, articulated down to the kids, to the players. But yeah, I'll be thinking about the same thing, like with everybody, like every position, like especially Edwards. Like, he could be starting at any of those schools we played against, you know what I'm saying? Or he could be second string somewhere, or playing for first string anywhere else, you know what I mean? But I just feel like Michigan is Michigan, you know what I mean? And I hope that goes, when they commit to us, I hope that goes a long way with them when they think about transferring. Now, Joe Milton, get him the fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The people like, and then even some of the transfers that come in, get him the fuck out of here. Who's your boy? Shea? You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like if they earn it, they ain't going nowhere. You know, if they have the chance to earn it. But I hope, like you said, he ain't telling McNamara, or I hope he's telling McCarthy, you got the spot. You know what I'm saying? And he's, you know what I'm saying, looking forward to having that spot. So,
right.
I'm gonna need your help on this one, Train.
What up?
But first, I want to say the transfer portal and the way it's set up now, it worries me. Like King said about every position. You can get up and dip, and especially with the added incentive that, like you said, Edwards, he can go somewhere and start, and now he can get paid. You know what I'm saying?
In LI,
he can get paid. You know, so
and you ain't got to sit out no more. You get the one free transfer.
Now that entering into the equation, it worries me about everybody. But when Tom Brady was there, he was there with another quarterback. You remember the other quarterback?
Yeah, Drew Henson.
He's like the number one type. He played baseball.
Baseball guy,
right?
Yeah.
And if I was Harbaugh, I mean, I would just be like, yo, the NFL is gonna recognize talent, man. No matter if you know what I'm saying, behind somebody, you a starter. I got too many connections in the NFL for you not to get an opportunity to go there. I mean, so going somewhere else and starting, I mean, yeah, that'd be all fine and dandy, but would it be a lesser program than this? Like, at the King's point, this is Michigan, man. It's not too many other recognizable names, you know what I'm saying, other than the big block.
Worldwide.
You know what I'm saying? So you'll get your opportunity when the time comes. I mean, the greatest player of arguably the greatest player of all time, at least the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, he shared the spotlight. So your talents is gonna get recognized, and when you get your opportunity, is what you do with it. So, I mean, like King said, earn, and that transfer portal. That's one of my pet peeves, is because it kind of like lessens competition, because you can just get up and leave. You know what I'm saying? Stay there, work your butt off. People will recognize your hard work, and you'll get your opportunity.
Yeah.
Good answer, Zog.
Hey, all that shit sound good. These cats don't be waiting like that now, dog. They be like, oh,
name, likeness, and image.
It scares me, dog, because you could just leave.
Yeah.
Name, likeness, and image.
And back in my day, you was locked in.
Right. It was hell trying to switch schools.
Facts.
You knew you was about to be out of
Kosir, quarterback used to be in Miami. He transferred to Florida Atlantic. He got an endorsement with fucking Isodora beer. It's a beer down here. Like, he got endorsement with them. He was all on Graham, like, beer.
Getting paid.
Hey, but I want to bring up one. Yeah, so first I'll say this. We talking about our competition that we've played, obviously Western, Washington, and now Northern Illinois. I like seeing yesterday, you see Washington, not Washington, Washington killed somebody too, but Western beat the ACC team. Who was that?
Duke?
Undefeated. No. Pitt.
Oh, yeah. You did say that.
At Pitt. They beat them at Pitt.
Western beat Pitt at Pitt. So it's like, and I said when we played them, remember I was like, they quarterback, Western got a good quarterback.
Right. He is good.
We gave him his props.
Yeah, we gave him his props that game. And he went into Pitt, beat Pitt. So I'm like, that made me feel a little better looking at them. You know, they still out here contending, and it looked like Washington bounced back and they smacked somebody by like 50 or something. So it was like, maybe the teams we played are bad, but not the worst teams in the world. You know what I mean? I don't know. So that was just some silver lining. You know, transitive properties don't always work like that, but you rather see them teams you beat winning than getting smacked by everybody.
When they win after you smack them, it only helps you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So my other point I want to bring, and this is a bigger point, and this is, now don't get me, y'all, for jumping ahead and even bringing up shit I shouldn't be bringing up. But
oh shit.
Listen to me closely.
Sauce it like that.
So keep in mind, we're not, over the last however many years, you just call it what it is. We were never in real contention of the playoffs, right? Like, we know kind of where we were, what was going on. But in a year now where we look really good, still need to know more, obviously, but this is a year where Alabama doesn't look quite, just after watching that game yesterday. Florida was like, they couldn't stop Florida. And I ain't never seen Alabama's D really getting just ate up like that.
Right.
And at times their offense looked even stoppable. They started out hot, but then they went. I mean, they had 21 points in the first quarter and ended with 30 or something like that. Whatever.
30, what was it, 31-29?
Right. So
Something
then you
like
got
that.
11 points the last 3 quarters. That's not Alabama dominance, but
Right.
I give Florida some credit. You know, they got a good D line defense, whatever. But say I'd have to say Alabama is not the typical Alabama. The Buckeyes, they struggled with Tulsa. All the way to the end, that score was not indicative of how close that game was, right? The usual suspects. Oklahoma ain't looking that good.
Yep.
Clemson looks really bad. So I'm just going through the typical teams that usually find themselves in the playoffs every year. Now it could be the end of the year, and somehow, some way, we still find these same teams here. And they get better, improve, get it together. But this seems like a year where the door is slightly cracked, because it was times in the past where, you turn on Clemson and it's like, even if we're 3-4-0 in your head, you say, oh shit, no way there's no way we're beating them, right? Or Alabama, it's no way in hell. Like, they just look too good. Now, am I going out on a limb and saying we could beat Alabama? Absolutely not. Not even getting close to saying that. But y'all see what I'm saying. So talk.
The one thing about what you said about all of those teams, their offenses all revolve around a good quarterback, a really good quarterback. So like, you seen like yesterday, all of them struggling. You get that quarterback kind of off balance, and the offense is gonna struggle. So with our offense not being based on having, a really good quarterback, is based on really good running backs, we can kind of control the game and beat some of those better teams if our game plan works out the way you alluded to earlier. Yeah. So they got all those teams got what are supposed to be really good young quarterbacks. So we could take advantage of that with our defense and our defensive scheme.
Yeah, go ahead, Keen. I was just saying, like, it just feels like a window of opportunity right now, is all I'm saying.
Right.
I would agree with what Bowie said about controlling the game, and a window of opportunity is open, but at the same time, you got to look on the other hand, play devil advocate. Like you said, these teams might, because they're always in the the playoff picture, they tend to get better throughout the the rest of the season. So and to Bowie's point again, they got some of them got young quarterbacks, and they tend to struggle early, but I'm with you. Cautious. I would say the window's open, but I just got to see more, man. Fuck that. Because these teams, they've been there. They got rings, and they got the pedigree, and the coaches know. You know what I'm saying? They know what to work on when they see this struggle. So I feel like they're working out kinks, and I feel like we're finding who we are. They know who they are. You know what I'm saying? They know what they got to do. They just whatever they're doing on the field.
There, King.
If they're struggling right now, you know what I'm saying, it's good, because now they're gonna go back in, and not good for other people, but I'm just saying they're gonna go back in the lab now and be like, oh, we got to correct that shit now. But so now they've been exposed to what their weakness is, so now they can fix it. So I mean, I don't want that to be like some fucking fire for their fuel. You know what I'm saying? But the window's open. They all look bad, to your point, for sure.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But I hate to say it, because I hate this team. I really do. You know who's looking like the best team in the country to me right now? Georgia. I watched that game last night, and I get it with South Carolina, and they boo. But Georgia's defense is crazy. They got the best D in the country, dog, period. Like, it was out of control. It looked like some every
NFL
time
players playing against.
Yes. I mean, even like a 2-yard run South Carolina had, it was getting, you could hear the pads popping on the TV. They was just hitting, dude. Like, it was nasty. Ooh. So, and I say I hate them because, one, I live here in Georgia, and it ain't nothing but Georgia flags flying. B, and they just
go Dogs.
Yeah, everywhere you go, go Dogs. Like, ugh. Yeah, it's some old stuff like that. So I can't stand them. And they think they talk about Michigan fans think they this and that. It's like Georgia, y'all ain't won shit either. Like,
and they put themselves like up in the Alabama category. It's like, yo, you ain't won nothing.
Y'all in the almost bowl, almost don't count.
That's all you ever hear, Ken, is that we almost. It's like, but you didn't. So you can't put yourself in the elite. You're with us. You're in the mid-tier.
Epic collapse. Epic collapsed, and Tua threw a deep pass to Smith in the early days. Yeah. They sick down here, y'all, because let me tell you, that happened, and then also that was the biggest stage for college, and that happened. And then a majority, probably 90% of those Georgia fans are Falcons fans. And we know what happened to the epic collapse in the Super Bowl, 28-3, and they got popped too. So they they feel like they cursed a little bit, but
no, they can't like finish. That's what it is. You can't finish.
They were like the Chicago Cubs before they won.
Throw in the damn towel.
Right.
Can't finish it.
So anyways, man, I digress. I was just saying, I feel like there's an opportunity here, and we really need to take advantage. If our team is what they are acting like they are right now, then it's an opportunity, man. I mean, I think that other than Penn State looks pretty good. They won last night, and then
Auburn.
Yeah, so
that's a good win.
Michigan State looks good. Penn State, obviously, Buckeyes looking not as good, but
have you got a chance to check out Wisconsin? I haven't seen.
Yeah, I mean, they lost to Iowa week 1, but
Iowa's good though.
Yeah, Iowa's good, but they look a little limited offensively. Wisconsin, kind of like that stout defense, run game, but they ain't really got no like explosiveness going on.
If they don't got a stellar running back, they tend to struggle.
That's what I was just thinking. Their game is predicated on having a really good running back
and a good O-line.
Yeah.
So all right, so let's get into Rutgers. They're undefeated, right? If I'm not mistaken.
3-0. They just mollywopped Delaware fighting Blue Hens. 45-13.
Fighting Blue Hens?
Fighting Blue Hens. Yeah, hey, athletic director, we're gonna have to change that up.
That doesn't
It's
even
gonna be the
dangerous.
Delaware football team.
I'm like, fighting Blue Hens. You think of a fighting Blue Hen, you're like, we're gonna whoop that. We're gonna whoop that team ass.
Barbecue chicken.
I'm surprised Peter ain't got something to say about that.
Right.
Y'all have cockfights on campus?
Jeez, oh, peace.
Little razors on the back of that shit.
It'd be Syracuse. It'd be Delaware.
So, yes, go ahead, King. My bad.
No, I was just saying, I was just shouting out who they beat. Not really anybody, but they're 99th in total yards per game, 205 passing yards a game, 145 rushing yards a game. Their defense is, well, I mean, they ain't playing nobody, but they're 15th overall, 260 yards allowed a game. So,
all right. Let me see. I think they got a couple cats out there. I know they got a linebacker that transferred from Michigan to Rutgers. I don't know if he's still there. What was his name? I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. Anyways, B, talk to me. I think well, I don't know who was closest on the prediction last game.
You were again?
Oh, is that 3 in a row?
You tried that. Was that sarcasm or you was for real about that? You didn't know.
For real.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. You was 45-14. You predicted. I predicted 35.
As wins go, we would count that as a squeaker.
Hey,
but a dub's a dub.
It goes in the dub category, is what I hear. 3-0.
3-0.
3-0, but I'm still scoring. I got this one too. All right. Talk. Who want to go? King, you want to go first? Give me a score. Rutgers.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a sec. I want to see what we did these last couple of games. What we do? Bang, beat them down. Okay. I'm gonna say 42.
Oh.
0.
What? Okay.
42-0. We've been close. yeah, every game to like blanket, but you know, everybody get a little squeaker there. But I'm gonna go 42-3, 42-3, 42-3.
42-3. All right. Again, last week I lowballed us on the points, but after seeing what we can do potentially, I'm gonna up the points. But I'm gonna keep Rutgers the same, given that against Delaware they were pretty much consistent with 7 in the first quarter. They had an offensive explosion with 28, 3, and then 7 to get 45. So I'll give us 35-14. Since we in the scoring points now, and we got people that can dip up at any given moment.
All right. I think I'm gonna go 42-17.
For offense that don't pass, we shall be giving them points. We be
Right.
giving our squad points like a mug.
That's because them boys are just they breaking.
We got
long
one
ones.
hitter quitters though. They can all dip.
They breaking long ones. So
Exactly.
all right, 42-17. All right, so I'm about to get the brooms out on y'all. The sweep, 4 in a row.
No, sir. No, sir.
You know.
Yeah, it's a long season.
I'm gonna get me a dub.
Yeah.
Give me some dubs. Hey, real quick, did y'all see the SEC officiating yesterday? In the Penn State game?
Oh yeah.
It's terrible.
When they made them punt on 3rd down.
Yeah. And then another game, Memphis versus Mississippi State. Dude fielded the punt, fair caught it, fielded the punt, boom, then put it down on the ground. Dude came, picked it up, scooped up, returned it for a touchdown. It should have been ruled there or there. Somebody blew it invert or whatever. I don't know. They said something erroneous. They threw that word out there. I'm like, yeah, basically, so y'all fucked up twice on one play. Like, bro, they was SEC, get it together. Y'all getting all this money, add new schools, get some new officials for y'all come over here in Big Ten.
Okay, since we getting in on the officials, I want to get in on the officials on our game, dog. On that pass interference they didn't call. I'm like, hey, bro, how come we always getting the short end of the stick? It seemed like nowadays, dog. We're Michigan. Come on, we're at home. That was a blatant when he pulled him down with his left hand. Yeah.
That's why, man.
Come on, baby.
You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Wait, Michigan. We at the big house and we don't get them calls. But I guarantee you, we lay a finger on their receivers. Oh, 15 yards.
Your boy Gray is grabby though.
Damn grabby. But come on, baby, we at home. Let us get some calls, baby.
Your boy Gray is grabby. He panics, man.
Right. And all right, ain't he fast? I'm hearing he's fast. Trust your speed, son. Trust your speed.
Yep. Don't sweat the technique. Come on. All right, so Instagram, King, what we got going on, man? I know we should have it right there, or maybe right there on the bottom of the screen showing the page. Make sure y'all follow that. But what we looking like?
At the Michigan Man Cave Podcast on the Grinam. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up. We post snippets of the podcast on there. You can check out the first little, you know what I'm saying, snippet, or check us out, you know what I'm saying? Come on YouTube and check us out. So at the Michigan Man Cave Podcast on iJizzle. I'll let me.
But we on Twitter too, all day long. Michigan Man Cave Podcast. Check us out. I make at least a post every day about some funny stuff going on, recruits, the game coming up, anything. I'm really interested in getting y'all comments and feedback though. So follow us on Twitter. Also subscribe and like on YouTube. Hey man, we ain't nothing without y'all support, and we appreciate the support y'all do give, man. One love.
Yes, sir. And also, like King said, on YouTube, if you're watching that here right now, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like it, comment, and then most of all, share it with some other Michigan fans, because ain't nobody else going to keep it funky like us. We're going to tell you when somebody out here on trash, coaches, players, nobody's off limits. Again, till I get my sponsorships up, saying whatever the hell I want.
Hit that bell too, so you know when the new stuff is out. All right.
Yeah. Anything else for the greater good? If not, B, you want to tell Kel to drop it, or should I?
Drop that beat, baby. Go blue. Good start, baby.
Hey, next week, 4-0. I'm gonna set it every week. Let's go.
42-3.